Good afternoon, everyone. So, when we talk of an Indian success story, a legacy, our hearts always filled with pride. What's even more gratifying is that this Indian consumer product manufacturing company has its roots in Calcutta, which was, of course, today it's Kolkata, but it was Calcutta back then. And this 136-year-old company planted the seeds of Ayurveda back in the early 1900s. And today we know it better as Dabur. You guessed it, our guest of honor for today is Mr. Mohit Malhotra, CEO of Dabur India. Thank you, sir, for being here. Millennium Mams was born due to two innovators, Mr. Vishnu Dhanuka and Mr. Sanjay Bhuvania, who felt that women could be great investors, and 28 years now, 5,000 financially literate women investors. Sirs, we are really grateful to you, and you certainly have scripted a success story. Thanks to my mentors. Before I begin, Mr. Malhotra has been with Dabur for over 25 years. He joined Dabur as a management trainee in 1994 and has handled key assignments in marketing and sales. Besides being CEO of Dabur International, based out of Dubai, before taking the charge as CEO of India Business and then as the CEO of the company in April 2019. Mr. Mohit Malhotra is a management graduate from Pune University and holds executive matters in international business from Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, New Delhi. Mr. Malhotra is a technology enthusiast, traveler, and foodie. Dabur has been an antidote for the otherwise muted industrial performance in India and has shaken off the impact of the pandemic. So, my dear friends, let us all hear from Mr. Malhotra how Dabur has steered through troubled waters and their vision for the future. Over to you, Mr. Malhotra.
Thank you, Rashna, for a kind introduction. I think I'm really humbled, privileged, and it's a matter of pride to be here in front of all of you. Actually, I'm inundated completely and overwhelmed with the presence of so many women out here, and I've never experienced a forum like this. So please excuse a little virtual stage fright that I might experience while I'm talking. So this
Online
is a
stage
feeling
fright
that
this time.
this is an unprecedented feeling like COVID that we all experience. So I'm also experiencing this feeling. So I think please feel free to ask me any questions whatsoever that comes to your mind, and I'll be more than glad to answer every question that you may have. But I think to anchor this entire presentation, I will request Gagan Madam to help me through a presentation. So while we go through the presentation, either you can hold back your questions and then we can address the questions post that introduction presentation to the Dabur as a corporate, or I can take the questions alongside also.
No,
So,
Mr. Malhotra, I think after the presentation, we can take in questions, and my colleague Paridhi is here. She will moderate the Q&A session. Right, we can start right after the presentation.
all right, that'd be great.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Mohit. I will request Ankit to share the presentation on the screen, and I will do my best, try my best to complete it in about 15 to 20 minutes time so that we have more time for interactions after that. So forgive me if I'm a little quick with the slides. So consumption story, Dabur India Limited, and it's a very local story. So, and I'm sure we all relate to it because of our products, which we all use. We start with a small section on Indian FMCG market, followed by an overview of the company, and then by the performance summary and the strategic priorities of the company. In terms of FMCG market, we have here a large market around valued at around $60 billion, and it has been growing in double digits, except for last year when there was a degrowth due to COVID. The FMCG market is split into three key segments. Uh, the food product segment is the largest, accounting for about 57.3%. That's $34 billion worth of market, which is largely the packaged foods industry. And then we have the OTC, the non-foods products, which is home, personal care, and this market is valued at around $22 billion, and then a much smaller market of OTC products, which is around 6.3% of the balance, constituting the balance. The market is split into urban and rural. About 62% is urban, and rural accounts for 38%, and it's growing. It was around 30% 5 years ago, and now it's grown to about 38% because rural has been outpacing the urban industry. Next slide, please. So in last few quarters, we have seen a roller coaster ride in terms of growth rates. The starting of FY19 was with a strong surge in the market.